is up, everybody? All right, snowstorm notwithstanding. Hopefully, nothing will happen to my Wi-Fi while we're doing some drawing, doing some sketching tonight. Hope everybody's doing good. Hope that everybody's weekend is treating them well. Let me get this over here real quick. I got some fun news to share with you guys tonight. I've got some cautionary news to share with you guys tonight. Let's see here. Let me write this down here real quick. I got some things for the future that we might be looking into. So keep our group safe, as it were. But you know what? Before we get started, let me see who's in the chat with us tonight. Kevin, what's up, dude? Kevin says, we're still only at 666 subscribers. Something evil is going on. I have to agree with you, man. Something's going on with that. We actually, I think I got up to 669. And then we lost 2 people. It's like, I'm not, like, who subscribes and then just unsubscribes? Like, it's whatever. It's like, I'm subscribed to a whole crap load of channels. I don't watch all of them, you know, and unless they have something, maybe there's something on the channel they didn't like. I don't know, maybe. But it went back down to 666. So we'll have to get some people so we can break the curse. Say, please stand by. What? Who do you want me to stand by? Can she be hot? Courtney, what's up? Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. That is awesome. I hope everybody's. I don't know how many of you are in the path of this this hot dog shaped storm that's coming towards us right now. The wind's been. That's why I'm kind of worried about my Wi-Fi tonight. The wind's been blowing super hard up against the house. Snow finally started falling about 40 minutes ago. Temperature's been around 20 all day long, so there's gonna be ice and snow and everything stuck to the ground here in a minute. But Courtney says, hi, we are getting off a plane, so we'll need to catch up in a minute. Oh my God. Thank you so much for popping in and saying hi. My goodness, you're getting off a plane right now. Good God. My world traveling friends. I love it. Love it, love it. All right, so catch up in a bit. You guys stay safe. Make sure you guys travel safe. Christopher Bouchard, hey, my friend. Let's see. Well, hello there and happy birthday. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, my birthday is on Monday. It's on the 26th. So this is our birthday episode. So I'm glad you guys are hanging out with us. Glad you're here on a Saturday night. Hopefully everybody's inside and away from the snow and hail and ice. Kevin says, glad to hear you made it back safe. To Courtney and Ken too. Absolutely. 100%. Very cool. Paul, what's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. Paul says, hey, happy birthday. And how is the weather treating everybody? Oh my God, it is so cold outside. I went to, we got a burger joint here. It's kind of like a smash burger. It's a place called Freddy's. And I was just like, all right, this is going to be my last trip for the whole weekend. Because once the storm kicks in tonight, the roads are going to be garbage, and I'll be stuck in the house for the rest of the weekend. Hopefully the power won't go out. This place is weak sauce when it comes to storms and stuff like that. So a lot of times the power goes out, even if we have just a hard, thunderstorm or something like that. So I'm hoping, if for some reason the show goes offline for no reason at all, don't worry about it. Everybody's fine. That just means somebody kicked over something and the power's out. So hopefully that won't happen. Hopefully that won't happen. Courtney says, thanks, Kev. Had to cut our trip short. Oh, no. Thank you for saying happy birthday. Awesome, awesome. I appreciate you guys. Kevin says, it's cold here for the area, but not like in other parts of the country. Yeah, you guys, I miss being spoiled in California. I do miss it. It's a lovely bubble. I miss it a lot. Christopher says, we are having the winter weather now in Georgia. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's coming. It's like a northeasterly track for this storm. and it's kind of like it swings down and swings back up. Like Texas is getting it real bad. There you go. Yeah, we're gonna get some ads with our music tonight. So just so you guys know, I got my license-free techno music in the background. That's all good. We'll deal with it. I see Paul says 19 degrees. Ugh. Feels like 10. I'm walking in the snow now to get those steps in. Oh, I hear you, dude. Look at you, man. I'm not built for this weather. I go outside right now. I think I'll pull a Rango and just like freeze up and tip over. But you be safe. Get back in the house as soon as you get your steps in. I got to get my steps in. I got to start doing that. Sitting down and drawing all that. I got to do a little bit of exercise in between the drawings. Kevin says, cutting it short for a good reason, I assume. You could just relax in a hot bathtub and while looking at photos of tropical places. Courtney says, well, people have no idea how to get off a plane, so it takes forever. Yes, I am well aware of that. Holy smokes. It takes them forever to get off. Christopher says, also watching a 24-hour auto race in Daytona. Oh, that's cool. I like that. Little multitasking for tonight. Keep it fun. Kevin says, they all rush the door and get impatient, and it's not open before they reach the terminal. I know. I feel like such a rebel when I freaking take off my seatbelt before the plane stops moving. I'm just like, I do it quietly. So that's my way of giving it to the man. Courtney says, Kevin, we had to fly through Atlanta. We were worried about the ice storm tomorrow. Yeah. Maurice, what's up, dude? Glad you're with us tonight. Saying hello to everyone. Very, very cool. Kevin says, I think it's getting about time to play the Jeopardy theme as we wait. Hello, now go hide somewhere warm. Maurice says, I can handle this weather. I'm built for it up here. I know, Canada, dude. You can handle much colder temperatures than we can down here. I am weak sauce. I'm garbage when it comes to cold weather. Let's see. What do I picture you rather stout? Christopher says, have safe travels. Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, I'll tell you what's been going on, guys. We have a new, I was about to say Kickstarter. We have a new IndieCrowdFund. It's another crowd-funded comic book project. It is Club Corrupt number 2. Club Corrupt number 2. Only took me a year to get this freaking ready. So Club Corrupt number 2, it's the page is up right now. I'm about to click the button to go live. So if you guys want to check that out, there's a link in the description of the video. Let me see here. I could probably I could put the link in the chat. I gotta figure out how to do these things a little bit faster. There's too many buttons. So anyways, in a few minutes, I do plan on getting the Club Corrupt number 2 campaign activated, get it live, get it up and running. And also, just to let you guys know, YouTube gave me my first warning. So a shot has been fired across the bow about my content. So I had a video removed. It was actually the ad video for Club Corrupt number 2. So now that I'm on their radar, I need to play it a little bit safer. I need to play it a little bit more copaesthetically smart, as it were, be a little bit more of a ninja when it comes to certain material. Maurice had an excellent suggestion about starting a Discord. So I'm going to learn how to run a Discord page, because I think that would just be good for me to learn how to do. And I think we might actually go over to a Discord for our adult material and have our fun in a place that is safe for it. Because I think if they start going through my old catalog of videos, they'll probably find more things, more reasons to possibly give me some kind of strike-a-rolla and take the channel down, that sort of stuff. We don't want that kind of stuff to happen. So those are things that are happening right now. So we got the crowdfunding campaign for Club Corrupt number 2, and I'm going to have that go live in a few minutes. It's the first time I'm using IndieCrowdFund. It's the first time that I'm involved with that one. It's a brand new crowdfunding platform, And so hopefully I did everything right. And it's just a new place to sell material. And this is actually very good, especially for a book like Club Corrupt, because it's got naughty material in it. And on Kickstarter and Indiegogo, they tend to frown on that type of material, and they can shut down your campaign if they just don't like it, or if they think it crosses a line somewhere, or something like that. So Indie Crowdfund seems to be the place to go with this book. So they'll keep it safe, keep it clear, keep it uncensored, and I've had a good working relationship with them up to this point. So I think we're just going to have a lot of fun with it. Let me catch up with the chat real quick, and then I'm going to find out if I can get this page to go live here. Maurice says, I can't laugh because the eastern part of the country get to enjoy the cold we had to get, but 80. Oh, geez, that's a lot of snow. It's under 3 feet of snow. You see the news about, I forgot which city it was in Russia, but they had snowdrifts that were unbelievable. It looked like AI. It looked like AI pictures of snowdrifts because it was like up to the tops of the buildings and stuff. It was nuts. Totally nuts. I've never seen anything like that in real life. Maurice says, stay safe to the Zazers. Absolutely. Kevin says, and you let me guess, you climbed out of your second floor window to get outside. Christopher says, how about hot Nira frozen artwork? You know what? Some kind of Nira kind of dressed up as Elsa or something. I'm gonna write this down to see if this sticks. I like this idea. Is this possible? We could do either an Elsa or maybe a Nira X, like you say, like a hot frozen Nira artwork. That might be pretty good. That might be pretty good. Maurice says, I'll get back to getting the page prepped for your August arrival. It might be sooner. I'm gonna learn how to make a Discord page also on my own, just to make sure I know how to do it. But I think for the time being, I think our initial outing to Discord, it might be heading onto the page that Maurice is building for us. So that could be a possibility. We'll talk about that and make sure that we know what we're doing. And I don't know how a Discord works or how admin permissions work or all that sort of stuff. So it'll be a new experience for us all, but it will be a safer place to do some spicy sketching. Kevin says, Nira, an ice cream cake? She could find fun ways to melt it. Marie says, Nira digging out of the ice cream cake with the snow shovel. Inverted snow angels, because shouldn't snow angels made by Nira have boob imprints? You always know I like the way you think. All right, let me see here. My phone's dinging at me. Let me see here. Okay, no, I see what you're saying there, Mo. Yeah, we'll figure out how to do the Discord. I think transferring our group over to the Discord, and I'll continue having YouTube shows. It might be long form pre-recorded YouTube videos, and if we do some lives, which I still plan on doing, the artwork and everything is just going to be much more general audience. That's all. Let's see. Maurice says, love your subscriber number there. Bill Mussart. I know, right? You're trying to tell me something. Kevin says, so what shall we do to keep ourselves busy? I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 100. Well, for our first piece, I like the idea of Nira, kind of Elsa, kind of frozen. So let's we'll start with that sketch for tonight. That'll actually be right in theme for how the weather is and how everything is looking for tonight. So let me see. Let me put up. I was going to put up a little reference, but I think we got this. I'll start sketching. Let's get Nira started here. Now I'll still leave it open, of course. I'm going to draw the picture safe for work while we're on the channel, of course. However, if you happen to be the person who bids on a sketch and you want it to be leaned more, not safe for work, totally, we could totally still do that. That's not a problem because I do that off camera later on when I ink it. So totally, totally cool. Just got to make sure that we stay safe while we're on the air, so to speak. And I get their stance about safe for work, and because I realize that they need to keep this the YouTube as an entity I said entity. Um, YouTube as an entity needs to stay pretty general audience because it's a public platform. So I get it. It's not a problem. There's other places for us to go, then it's no big deal. Here we go. Let's. I'll give Nira's eyes a little bit more size, since we're giving her kind of an Elsa look. Make her eyes a little bit more Disney than usual. I usually draw Nira's eyes kind of big to begin with, but a little bit bigger if we're gonna kind of go for an Elsa feel. My birthday frozen Nira. There we go. Give her a nice little look see here. See what her expression here is going to look like. What mood are you in, Nira Elsa? Elsa X. All right, let's see here. Gotta give you a nice little expression on your face here. So let's get down over here. Let's get down to business. Down to business. There we go. I'm gonna draw just a little bit of her brow here. Let's see. Should I draw the? Yeah. We'll do Nira with a little bit of her bangs this time because I do want to put the braids on her to kind of drive home the Elsa look. But Nira sometimes has bangs and sometimes she has her hair flipped over to the left. Let me make sure we got that little look on her face. Make sure she's happy. There we go. Look at that cute little Nira. Look at cute little Nira. Give her a nice little sexy look. I got to be nice to Nira. She's been paying my bills for a long time. She's been very nice to me. There we go. All right. I could read those faster if they just pop up in the chat. we could talk about the Discord on the chat. It's totally cool. Make it a little easier for me to pop over and see what you guys are talking about. Here you go. Maybe I want to have her ear sticking out here. All right, and this is where her braid's going to start. I'm going to give her like a really big braid like Elsa has. I think that'll be cool. All right, got a nice little start. Here we go. We'll pull that a little bit closer. That way you can see what's going on with her face, with her face. We'll give Nira kind of a. We'll give her costume, but we'll give it to her like in a Frozen kind of theme. All right, let me catch up with the chat for a little bit. Make sure I don't lose track of you guys. All right, Maurice says Olaf's face squished from boob imprints after being hugged. Kevin says Bill did tell me earlier that he was hoping for the best, that he would be able to make this because of the storm. So maybe he's being affected. He'll still make it. Yes, I'm here. I'm here, Kevin. I made it from the storm. I'm here. I had to double check and look at my microphone to make sure everything is on. You guys, can you imagine if the show had gone on for this long and nobody could hear me? No, you guys would have told me something by now. Kevin says, I like how you think, Maurice. That's right. Yeah, we'll be able to do more stuff like the fun stuff that we actually like to do on the Discord, I think. Now that I know that I'm on these people's radar, it makes me cautious. It makes me cautious. I knew you would, of course. What are all these ads? Now I got an ad for Kroger. There you go. And knowing is half the battle. Kevin says, let's see, I had the video on pause. What the hell have I missed? Oh my God. Well, you had me questioning myself for a moment. I was just like, wait, is my microphone not on? It was like, Courtney says, waiting for the Uber. I'll just give you all the play-by-play. Please do. I want to hear the play-by-play, damn it. We hang out on Saturday nights, damn it, and that's what we do. I want to know every step. Kevin says, sends a boober to help. So what is the art today? Nira and cake of some sort? I'm still catching up. There might be some cake involved. So far, our first piece is going to have Nira, Frozen, possibly, and it's because of the Frozen theme. I'm going to give her like Elsa's big braid ponytail. So that's the theme we're starting with. We're gonna start with that and see if we go from there. Sai, what's up? Is it snowy there yet, Bill? You know, it started snowing. I want to say about 40 minutes ago. It finally started snowing. It's been 20 degrees for the past 2 days now. So I know it's going to stick. It's going to turn into ice. Oh, geez. It's going to be a mess by tomorrow morning for sure. But the snow is actually falling down pretty hard right now. What got me was I didn't realize, I know it's a big system, but I didn't expect it to be this windy. This is like a nor'easter kind of wind, or like the preamble to a hurricane. Jeez. It's blowing up against the house really hard. Maurice says, hey, Cyborg, you have a wrench. I know. I finally got some instructions on how to wrench people. I screenshot it. Now I don't know where I put it. But you know what? I think our other stuff is going to be headed towards a Discord. We might be having a Discord, so that way we don't have to worry about warnings and strikes on my YouTube channel. Sai, I don't know if you just happen to pop in. I got my first official warning from YouTube today because I put up an ad video for my new issue of my new issue of Club Corrupt number 2, which you know what, I should actually go over there and actually click it so I could activate it. It's on IndieCrowdFund. The link is in the description of the video if you're watching us on YouTube. Hopefully you are watching us on YouTube. If there's anybody that's watching us from the Facebook channel, the chat is not linked as well as it could be if you're watching us from Facebook. So if you could take a couple of clicks and join us on the YouTube channel. Plus, I can use some more subscribers and likes. I can use all the support I can get, and I depend on you guys to have that support. Let me see if I could learn how to do this. I'm gonna do this. No, see, I click on the 3 dots, but it doesn't give me. Oh no, I can't do it from here. I got to do it from over here, from the popular end. So I'm gonna try and remember how Sai taught me how to do this. Let's see. One second. I'm almost there. Where are you at? All right. So I got this. I think I did it. Maurice, check to see if you've got a wrench. Let's see if Maurice earned himself a wrench tonight. Tank Ferret presents. Glad you're hanging out with us. That's awesome. Let's see. Good evening to all of you magnificent bastards and bastets. Very cool. Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. That's awesome. Saying hello to Cyborg. Excellent. Courtney says, in the Uber, it's a red Ford Escape. Riveting stuff here. I want the play-by-play, Courtney. Please keep giving it to me. Give me the play-by-play. Tank Ferret says, just stopping by to smash that like button. Thank you, dude. I appreciate all of you who smashed that like button, and I hope everybody is subscribed. I think I've got 666 subs right now, and that's not a good number. Am I right? It's like, are they trying to tell me something? Sai saying hello to Tank. Very cool. Let's see. Our snow starts in an hour. Yeah, I could see that. Happening. It's like a northeast track for the storm. As I was looking at the radar earlier to see what it was doing. Let's see. We're getting 6 to 10 inches plus an inch or 2 of ice. Oh, geez. I know it's going to be a mess. Some person. Hey, what's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. Saying hello to everybody. Very, very cool. Everybody's saying hello back. Courtney says 6 to 10 inches. Giggity. Sai's like, oh, really? Oh, man. There we go. Let me tap on this real quick. I know. 666 subscribers. Thank you, Sai, for the heads up. You know, it actually got up to 669, and then 2 people mysteriously unsubscribed, and I'm like, oh, come on, guys. Lame. Kevin says it's not the storm, it's a wolf, and he's huffing, puffing. Oh, he's getting so high. It is not a wolf blowing down my house. No. As he Cyborg says, what was the warning for? Copyright? It was for community guidelines, and it wasn't a strike. It was like you said, it was a warning. So, and it was, according to them, it was my first warning, because I don't remember them ever deleting a video or giving me any kind of thing before. But okay, if you guys, when I click on the Club Corrupt Indie Crowdfund page to activate it, the video is up on there, and then you'll notice there's a lot of censored nudity, but it is nudity. So I understand why YouTube did what they did. I am kind of riding the line when it comes to YouTube. So that's why we're going to play it a little bit safer, because I don't want the channel to get taken down. I want us to be able to keep on having fun. Ken, what's up, dude? In an Uber and watching the stream. What are we drawing? All right, we're starting with a Nira X, kind of an Elsa Frozen theme. That's what we're going with so far. So I'll catch up. I'll catch up. Let's see. I got a little catching up to do with the chat, and then get right back into the sketch. Make sure that we have enough time to finish the sketch. Let's see. Kevin says you got a warning for that. What the hell? Worse stuff. I know there's all kinds of. There's way worse stuff all over YouTube. But you know, if you start making a stink about it, you get under radar even more. They start looking at you more closely. So it was better to just let it go. He says, hell, I see scam ads here all the time, and they don't stop them. And you're trying to promote work as bad. Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I'll just keep it moving. Ah, Ken, yes. Let me see. I'm pretty sure I learned how to do this. Let me make sure. I got the thing here. Let me go to the pop-out chat. Is this how Sai taught me how to do this? There we go. Got this. All right. I think Ken Zazer has earned himself a wrench, ladies and gentlemen. Please congratulate Ken. I think Kevin needed a wrench. Kevin, did you need a wrench? You know, we're all going to move to Discord here in about 5 minutes. And I'm giving everybody wrenches. Here we go. Let me look at this real quick. That way, if there's a link that we need to share, this will make it easier. Now, the YouTube channel, hopefully, will not go anywhere. But I am planning on taking us over to a Discord, so that way we don't have to worry about being censored, or we have to worry about drawing more adult-themed artwork, having our fun, as it were. Please, everybody, congratulate Kevin. Kevin, I believe, has a wrench. All right, that's all the wrenches I got in my bag for right now. All right, let's see. Kevin says, like, you get a wrench. You get a wrench. You get a wench. I would like a wench. Thank you very much. Sai says, the oh, really was about the warning. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, the warning caught me by surprise. And then I thought about it, and I was just like, you know what? A couple of the images that I used in the video really was like just completely nude people. I did use censor bars. I thought that was enough. I see everybody else doing way more exotic things than I've been doing. So I thought it would be fine. But they nabbed me anyway. See, Kevin says, I knew she would respond that way. Boing! I knew you would want the wrench instead. Laughing my ass. Some person says, so what's the theme? Okay, what we're starting with so far for this first one is a Nira X Frozen theme. So I'm kind of letting the page take it where it's going to take it. Right now, kind of like starting her braid, and I got her face with her eyes just a little bit bigger. So it's a little kind of giving off that Elsa vibe, right? Some person says YouTube keeps thinking only kids use YouTube. I agree. The whole thing is bothersome. Courtney says, I'll take both. Thank you very much. Kevin says, wenches work just as hard as any wrench. Hell yeah. Sai says, did you show nipple, vag, or pubes? If not, that doesn't violate anything. Either way, just label the trailer hot yoga. Educational hot yoga. And by the way, Sai, no, I didn't actually show any of those three things because I had censor bars on the appropriate areas. So I don't know. I think their AI just said, oh, that looks too naked. I think they just got me with their automated system. Kevin says, you'll take these 6 and 10 inches? I hope you mean popsicles. Some person says Bill's hot yoga masterclass. Some person says, if it helps, tell YouTube you identify as a lady. Paul says maybe you can do Nira popping out of a birthday cake for drawing number 2. This one might actually be birthday cake centric. I'm not really sure. Might be an ice cream cake. Christopher says, is the Club Corrupt 2 live and is the number one there as well? Okay, so the Club Corrupt 2 page, the pre-launch page is live right now. You could sign up, but it's not actually live where you can actually back it just yet. I'm going to hit that button in just about 5 minutes. I know I've been talking about it now for about 15 or 20 minutes. 5 minutes. I'm gonna switch over there and I'm gonna click on the live button and hopefully it works. You and I are gonna find out together whether or not it works. There is a special. There's two things going on with issue number 1. First of all, the first, I believe, 40 people who back the campaign are going to get what I call roll-up copies of number 1 and the Black Book for free. That comes with your issue of Club Corrupt number 2. Now, what I mean by a roll-up copy is it is a copy that is slightly damaged and suitable for rolling up and putting in your back pocket or throwing on a coffee table. So it is a book that is not in bagged and boarded condition, but it is going to arrive to you free as part of the deal. Also, if you want to get the PDF of issue 1 and the Black Book together, because those were two items that came together on the first campaign, the PDF for Club Corrupt number 1 is in the add-on store and it's only $5. So I have two different ways of getting number 1. If you want to get a primo condition of issue number 1, you could send me a message later. I don't have it on the campaign because I only have like maybe 5 or 6 nice bagged and board copies left from the first campaign. All the other copies that I have that I'm going to be giving away for free are the slightly damaged ones, which is why I'm calling them the roll-up copies. So that's what's going on with that. And you know what? With that, let me go over there. I'm going to go ahead and click on launch now, just so that it's active. It's going. Let's hope that's all it took for it to be active. I can't play the video to show you the promo video like here because YouTube already took it down when I posted it from before. But if you click on the link, in fact, you know what? I'm gonna copy paste the link into the chat. It's in the description of the video, but I'm gonna go ahead and post it in the chat so that way you guys have that. And if you guys want to take a look at it while we're sketching, totally cool. There you go. I think the link is up there. All right, good. All right, so it looks like we're active. We're up and running right now. Let's see. Cyborg says this wrench thing is getting less exclusive all the time. And that's all the wrenches I have, though. My bag is empty. I got no more wrenches. Ken says, let's see. Wrench test activate. It's like, ooh, I'm wrench. Let's see. If you move to Discord, you can set up a video chat where we can talk to you at the same time. That would be cool. I would. Maurice says that he's building us a Discord place. I don't know if I should call it a Discord channel, a Discord page. I'm very unfamiliar with Discord at this moment. So we're going to start. I'm going to learn how to make a Discord page myself. But I think the first Discord we're going to try out is probably the one that Maurice is building, because he's been building it for a little while. He was the first one to, I think he was the first one to suggest it. If anybody else would have suggested that, it would have been you, Sai. As far as like moving the more adult content, to a place where we can safely draw it. Kevin says, "What? Talking back to Bill." Ken says, Nira's Reddit got updated. Excellent. Okay, we got the link there. Very cool. Kevin says, ice cream cake is made to lick up. It's totally worth getting some. All right, Ken says, maybe for the second drawing, it could be the Cyber Angels keeping each other warm, and it's up to Bill and his perv brain. See, Kevin says, I could lend some warm hands. All right, there's the club now for IndieCrowdFund. Chris Dehan in the house. What's up, dude? Glad you're hanging out with us tonight. Very cool. Some person says maybe she's at a bar or a barbecue. Let's see. Kevin says, I wish I could do the VIP box, but damn, not this time around. Boo! Hey man, I am not offended at all. You have a lot of artwork in your box right now. You support a lot, so I am not offended whatsoever. Christiane says cyber angels holding wrenches. Give us some more ideas, Chris. Give us some more ideas. We need some ideas for the second drawing tonight. Let's see. Let me do a little bit of sketching on here. I wish I could sketch and read the comments at the same time. It would be more convenient. But it's okay. I'm going to do a little bit of sketching. We'll get a little bit of this pose in here. Find out what Elsa X is doing for tonight. And remember, guys, even though we're keeping it as safe as possible for YouTube, the same rules always apply for the finished pieces. If you happen to be the winner of the piece, you can always request it to be a little bit more not safe for work, and I will just listen to the canvas and we'll take it from there. But for the sake of YouTube and making sure we keep the YouTube gods happy, we'll keep this fairly safe. There we go. Make sure that we got a little something here. I guess maybe instead of cyber skin, this could be like snow or ice that's like creeping up and forming her costume. That might be kind of sexy. Make sure we got the general direction of where her braid's going. And we'll see if Olaf actually makes it into this piece or not. There we go. Let me pull the camera back just a little bit. There we go. That way we can see what's going on here. A little bit of reflections coming off of her ice suit. A little bit of snowy suit there. All right, let's leave that there for just a moment. I got to catch up with you guys a little bit because I'll fall behind here. Let's see. Paul says, "Okay, it's up now to support." Awesome. Now I noticed that there's something slightly different about how the IndieCrowdFund page works. Okay, they have something they call it Divinity Coin, but it's really just it's basically what do you call it? Like a gift card system for payment. It's supposed to be. I haven't really looked at it. I'm not familiar with it. I was told it's very simple and straightforward, and it should be totally cool. But it's basically a way of keeping the book uncensored and not deal with Stripe and some of those other things that might have control over content. So it's a way of keeping the content from being messed with and keeping us from having to censor anything because they wouldn't process the payments. So hopefully what I would like to see from everybody is just a little bit of feedback. Let me know how you like IndieCrowdFund as far as using it and actually when you back the book, like is it a good experience for you guys? Do you like it better than Kickstarter? Anything like that? It's any kind of feedback you could give me about, because this is the first time that we're using IndieCrowdFund. It's a brand new it's a brand new crowdfunding platform. So any feedback or any opinions about it, I would love to hear what you guys think about it, and then that'll go a long way towards helping me decide whether we keep on using it, whether this is the way to go. Like this is like a much better platform, or if you enjoy it more, if it works smooth, all that sort of stuff. Let me see here. Courtney says, hot Cyber Angel mechanics with wrenches. Wrenches is a cool theme. I like where that's going. Let's see. Some person says, remember when most videos was Spider-Man and Elsa? Yep. Chris Dehan says, Frosted Tips Nira. This is very true. This is very true. Frosted Tips could be something. Oh, that's right. You came in a little bit later. Chris Dehan came in a little bit later, and a few of you came in after I was talking about this. But our YouTube channel got our first official warning today. So that's basically, it's a kind of a shot fired across the bow, as it were, a little bit of a warning, right? So we're going to have to, well, what I'm thinking about doing is moving our show over to a Discord channel, so that way we can just do what we want without worrying about YouTube rules. I will continue having my show on YouTube also, but it'll continue as an all audience, as a general audience show, and so that way we keep it safe. We want to keep the channel safe. I don't want the channel to get taken down, but also we've been talking about possibly doing a Discord channel thing for a little while, and we don't get censored over there. We can just kind of do what we do without too much of a hassle. So it could be a thing. It could be a thing. I think I have a feeling that it might work out pretty good for us. So that's a general idea of what we're possibly going to be doing. There you go. I'm going to get this ponytail up this way. I'll make your ponytail extra long. Just put in the general area that it's going to be in. I want to make sure we have enough time so we can get a second sketch in tonight. My Elsa birthday sketch. Yeah, I like how I like this layout. This is good. Kevin in the house. Backer number 1. Awesome, dude. Thanks so much, dude. Backer number 1, Kevin. The mystery box for the win. You're awesome, dude. Let's see. Kevin says, except that it never get hit when the spinner is spun. That it never gets hit when the spinner is spun. Scribe Olaf. I'm going to write that down just in case. Scribe always makes his way. Ice baby. Let's see. The only thing I noticed that was odd, that it didn't list the prices of the tiers until you click on fund. Huh. Let me look at the page real quick. Yeah, no, it's on my page. It actually says on each tier, it says it's got the prices up. Yeah, that's kind of weird that it didn't show the prices on your end. If you do, if you guys think of having some screenshots or something like that for anything that might be confusing or might be something just questionable about how the UI works or anything like that, because I can send those suggestions straight into IndieCrowdFund, and they can make the experience better. And then overall, I want to know everybody's opinion about, when they use it, when you guys use it. I want to know whether or not you guys like it, and just making sure that it works smooth. Because if worst comes to worst, or best comes to best, actually, we can keep using this platform because I don't have any censorship type of rules. Just basically just the really overt ones. But everything that we do should be just completely fine over there. Let's see. Click on the fund. Some person says icicles dangling from her various body parts. Oh, that might be an idea. Yeah. Kevin says it was easy enough to get the coin to pledge. I see you're keeping this pretty simple with just a few add-ons. Tom would be so proud of you. Oh, dude. Yeah, I had to keep it simple. Because I want to make sure that the fulfillment and everything goes faster. So we're learning how to stream every single campaign that we do, especially the ones that we do by ourselves, that we don't have extra help on. I'm learning different things that help streamline the process and get it done a little bit faster, but also a little bit better. So yeah, I hope you like how it was set up. Night Phoenix, what's up, dude? No, you're late also. Look at you, man. No, I'm glad you're hanging out with us tonight, dude. That's awesome. We're doing a little bit of birthday drawing tonight. I got my birthday coming up, so we just put up. Let me see if I could put it up on the thing. I'll put up the link here. Oh, I still got it. Okay, here we go. I'll just post it up on the thing. We just activated Club Corrupt issue number 2 on IndieCrowdFund, and I've got the link up in the chat right now, and it's also in the description of the video. Let me see here. Yeah, something sexy, but not something that'll get me in trouble with the YouTubes. And like I said, if you happen to be the one who wins the piece, we can always take it a little bit more not safe for work also. Get her tight little ice outfit going. Nice. Yeah, YouTube gave me a warning for what do they call it? I just said it a minute ago. It's for their rules. So their rules about decency and whatnot. Let me see here. Need to fix that a little bit. There we go. I'm having such a brain fart. They're community standards. My goodness. Why was that escaping my brain completely? Ooh, Elsa X. Good. All right, let me catch up with the chat a little bit before we get continuing on. We still got like a couple of minutes left for this first sketch. She's a titty bit nipply. Kevin says, you're late. Congratulations. When are you due? I just got that. Slumlord Wheeler. What's up, Mike? Yo. I was just letting everybody know, hey, we got an indie crowdfund that is active tonight, ready to go. So far, everybody that has contributed says that it's very simple, straightforward. Hell yeah, I went live, my friend. We are live. Got a couple of excellent people already supporting us. Thank you so much. All right, let me go down here real quick. Oh, that was just a link for the thing. Christopher says, so how do you like or saw the new Master of the... You know what? I liked the Masters of the Universe trailer. I liked it. I could pick it apart. Don't get me wrong. And a lot of people have been. and their complaints are totally valid. I mean, it's like there's a lot of things about it that I could totally jump on, but at the same time, when I'm thinking about the 1980s, was it 80s or 90s? When I think about the 1980s and or 90s, the Dolph Lundgren one, like I am cool with this. This is it's still the best I've seen so far. As far as changing Duncan, race swapping Duncan, I like Edith Elba. Like I like that actor a lot, so I like I like the fact that I'm seeing him have a part in the movie, but I also don't see like they didn't really have to race swap him, but at the same time, it's like he's a cool actor. I like him as an actor a lot, and I can't change it. So let's like I can only give but so many opinions about it because it's just a trailer. But so far, it looks good. I didn't like. I didn't want them to use that trope again of taking him to regular Earth to hide him to keep him safe. I would have, if they were going to hide him to keep him safe, just put him somewhere else on Eternia. You know, it's like think of it like Westeros in Game of Thrones. You know, there were characters that they had to hide from people because they would have killed them. There were children that they had to hide to keep them safe, and they just shipped them off to some other village, to another place. They didn't come to like 2026 Earth. You know what I mean? But I mean, it looks like it's okay. I'm hoping that it's going to be good. I got my fingers crossed. I just want to see a fun movie, and I kind of like. Remember, did you see the He-Man and Skeletor from that grocery store commercial? Is somewhere in Europe or something like that? I thought that was hilarious. So far, I enjoyed that more, but I got my fingers crossed that the movie will be good. Some person says a warning for having fun. Yeah, it was. It was totally a warning for having fun. Mike says the new He-Man trailer gave me a new idea for a parody, Brooke. I said Brooke, the He-Him Man. Yeah, I saw the plaque. I saw the plaque on his. A lot of people are complaining about it, and I'm just like, I think they're just trying to sensationalize their channels to get a couple more clicks, because you can totally tell that it's just a joke, and that basically the movie is this is the movie's critique of how Earth treats things in the modern day. But at the same time, you know what? There was no reason to bring him to Earth. They could have hid him somewhere else. I would like the whole movie to take place in Eternia. You know what I mean? It's like I didn't really want it to come to Earth, but I'll keep my fingers crossed. We'll see what happens. We'll see what the end result is when the movie comes out. And I've got my reservations, but I also have my hopes. I would like some movies to come out that I don't have to freaking tear up. Let's see. Paul says, okay, I can see it a lot more clear on my PC. I can see all the tiers and prices on the main page. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I thought so, because I'm looking at the page on my end here, and I see the pages on the tiers and everything. So everything seems to be good. We got 3 backers now. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are awesome. Yeah, that VIP box. I'm going to stuff it with more things than is even pictured on the campaign page. I'm going to try and throw in some extra stuff. I like to try to over deliver when it comes to those loot box types of things. But all those different books, I've got all those books. All those books are going to be signed. Everything's going to be in there that you see in the picture. The stickers, small mini prints, all those the nude cover issue variants that I've worked on. So I'm really excited about putting that together. Oh, you know what? I can actually show it to you, dude. Like, it's almost 11. So let me give Elsa a little bit of a finish here. I'm going to have her in a snowdrift, because I want to show you. I can actually show you guys one of the boxes. I can show it to you guys. I can let you see what it looks like. The VIP boxes, the artwork that you see on the front of the box, that's just an original. It's an original piece. Here we go. Let me pull this camera back a little bit. It is an original piece drawn right on the box. So you're getting original artwork that's on the box. So there's going to be 10 of these boxes. And each one is going to have a nearer portrait similar to this one. Her hair is going to be different. It's going to be different drawings. I'll show you. This is the Big Boss box right here. There's only one of these, so this is what this one looks like. This is going to be one of the 10. So you see how they're going to be a little bit different. Maybe Nira's hair is going to be in a ponytail. Maybe it's going to be forward, blowing around. The box is this big. That's my merch. That's my merch brand. And I've got some little bit of artwork here. I got a stamp and a signature on the back, similar to the Big Boss box. Got some artwork on the side. Got our branding sticker. Got my signature on the back. Now I've got a bunch of Post-it notes all over this because the inside of the box, I had to censor it because there's also an original sketch on the inside of the box and a signature. And I'm loading the box up with all those books, stickers, prints. And I'll have a piece of foam in there for shipping so that way it doesn't bounce around too much. So that's what the VIP box looks like. Each box is going to be unique. Each box is going to have different sketches with different characters, artist choice on the inside. This is the Big Boss box. And it comes with a little bit more artwork than the other. But it also, you'll see on the tier, on the campaign page, it's going to come with the actual cover of the book, the 11x17 original art for the book, and also the penciled cover that we actually didn't end up using. But I did put it inside the book because I still wanted to use it and show it to you guys. The inside of the box is going to have 2 sketches, which I had to completely sticker up so that way YouTube doesn't get mad. So I got a full color sketch on this side, and I've got a blue line sketch on this side. And of course, we're going to fill that up with all those same books and stickers and all that good stuff. So that's what that stuff is looking like. I hope you guys like that. I hope you guys enjoy it and like it. I'm trying to stuff these boxes with as much content as possible. Let me see. Let me catch up with the chat real quick. Kevin says, depending on the winner, this could be Elsa XXX. This is very true. This is very true. It could be you. It could be any of you. At least it wasn't another Pedro Pascal movie. Oh, you know what? As far as the He-Man movie goes, I will give them 100% credit for one thing. That Skeletor does not look like Jared Leto. And as long as they don't make his skull into a rubber mask that looks like Jared Leto, I think I'm going to be good. I think I'm going to be happy. That Skeletor looked like a legit Skeletor. So far, so good. We'll see what happens. Battle Cat looked like Battle Cat. I didn't see no Orko. I didn't see what they did with Orko. They better not freaking bastardize him. But so far it looks good. So far it looks all right. Well, we'll see. It's never gonna be the movie I see in my mind, but we'll see how close they get. We'll see. Night Phoenix says the he-him thing was hilarious off the bat and gave me hope for the movie. People on Twitter are just looking for engagement. Yeah, I totally agree. 100%. That's exactly it. That is exactly it. It was just a good joke, dude. It was just a good joke. Ken says, I think I'm backer number 2. You're awesome, dude. Thank you so much, man. I don't know how to check backer numbers just yet. I gotta, especially now. It's like I don't want to click too many windows right now because I'll end up taking the show off the air. I think the weather has calmed down just a little bit outside too, which is a good thing. It's still snowing outside. Christopher says, I liked how Skeletor looks. 100%, dude, right? Skeletor looks dope. He actually looks pretty darn accurate. I wouldn't mind it if He-Man was like a bigger guy, but I see they're going for this, not a hero's journey, but there's another trope of, like the kid who's from the place, and then you magically actually turn into the hero that there's a trope to that. You've seen it in a bunch of movies before. So that's the trope they're going for. So Kevin says, show it. Oh, TC Mech. Oh, mighty geek. Let's see. How old are you, Bill? Are you ready for this? 56. 56, motherfucker. Can you believe that, Jank? I swear to God, I thought I was like 25 a minute ago. But yeah. Trying to make my way to being an old man. Let's see. Ken says, is anyone else feed skipping? Oh, I hope not. Actually, you know what? Let me turn off my heater. I'm gonna turn off whatever I gotta turn off. Because the storm outside is bonkers right now. I got some really strong wind, and it's snowing and all that good stuff. So the weather here is not helping me. So hopefully it's not affecting the stream too badly. Kevin says he's 39 and he's a good company. Jack Benny was only 39. Kevin says, the art reminds me of Patrick Nagel in a way. I think I may need something like that. I love Patrick Nagel artwork. Huge influence on me, man. Yeah, his stuff is a huge influence on my work. One of his art books is it's one of the art books I've had the longest in my small collection of books that I have. Lady Kevin says, would you believe I still haven't unsealed my big box of mouse I got at a con from you so many years ago? It feels like I would be ruining something special if I did. Dude, I think you would be. You know why? Because I think that was like a one-of-one box. I put that box together, shrink wrapped it, and it's like I didn't make a bunch of them. It was just that one box. I might have had a second one. I don't remember having a second one. I do not remember having a second one. I'm pretty sure that was the only box. You got it. I remember when you got that. That's so cool, dude. That's history right there. That's a time capsule and a half. Ken says Alan Richardson would be a good He-Man. Yes. He would. He's got the build for it. No skips here. It's just you, Ken. It's just you. It was a one-of-one you had all weekend. Yes, that's what I thought. That's what I remembered, was that it was a one-of-one. Now, I did get an idea. Let's see what you guys think of it. I got an idea from Chris Dehan earlier in the day about Nira X having a fight with a female version of Ultraman. For some reason, that kind of appealed to me. So I think I might need you guys to approve this idea. There could be wrenches. I could still put wrenches in that picture. I'm gonna fix her hip a little bit too. The spacing on her hip is a little bit off. Don't worry. I'll fix that with the inks. It'll be good. Now, we don't want to start the second sketch too far past 11 because then we'll run out of time. We don't want that to happen. Oh, these ads. Well, while the ad's playing, let me go click on the IndieCrowdFund. Look, we got 4 backers. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much. And if you get a chance to share the link, tell your friends, kind of spread it around if you like. That would be amazing and awesome. We want to show the big guys that our club has got what it takes. I want to show them what's up. I want to show them that we're in the house. Maurice says, I need to get Divinity Coin first before I can pledge. Yep. And remember, it's not it's basically like a gift card system to make your purchase. And one of the good things about it, I realize it's an extra step, so it's like, I'm sorry about that. But what it does is like it allows me to draw the book the way that I want to draw the book and not censor it and not worry about somebody not processing a payment or canceling our campaign because they didn't like the content of our book. So it's a way of avoiding censorship. So I appreciate you guys dealing with that extra step. And I always appreciate you guys supporting and liking the artwork and hanging out with me. All that good stuff, man. It's like you guys make it happen. You guys make it worth it to me. Kevin says, blesses Maurice with divinity. Gil Rivera, hey, what's up? Hey, happy almost birthday, Bill. Thank you so much, dude. I appreciate that. Awesome. I'm glad you're hanging out with us tonight. We're starting up our second sketch. We did have an idea. There was an idea that came in earlier that was Nira fighting basically a female version of Ultraman. And I don't know if they just call her Ultra Woman, but I've got like reference here that would be dope if we did it. What do you guys think about that? I think that would be fun. I think that'd be fun for a second piece. I appreciate the birthday wishes, my friend. Very cool. Chris Dehan says Nira versus Ultra Woman for number 2. Yes, that's what I was thinking, dude. I had to go ahead and read that. I went ahead a little bit, so I wanted to get some ideas. Paul says, "Is Divinity Coin a different login?" No, it should be. It should be straightforward. It should be there, just in the thing. And I haven't done it myself, so that way. Slumlord Wheeler. Mike actually runs IndieCrowdFund. So if you have any questions for him, please feel free to ask any questions right here in the chat, because Mike is hanging out with us for a few minutes right now in the chat. We can ask him directly right here on the spot. Mike, Paul was asking, is Divinity Coin a different login? Now it'll probably take me a minute to get to the bottom of the chat and catch up with you guys. So I'm sure I'm going to read it after you answer him. Kevin says it needs to be cake centric. Yes, it would be like breaking tradition. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna put some cake. We're gonna put Nira. And we're gonna put Ultra Woman in this same piece right here. That's what we're gonna be doing. Some person sharing the link for Club Corrupt number 2. Thank you, some person. Very, very cool. Mike is saying to Paul, yes, you have to go there and set up an account. Oh, yeah, let me pin the thing. Thank you for answering that, Mike. Very cool. All right, let me pin this to the top. Oh, I got to do it. I got to do it in the thing, don't I? Where am I over here? I'm going to the pop-out chat so I can find where I could pin it. There it is. There's this. There we go, pin message. All right, I think I got it. Very cool. Thanks, dude. See, you guys keep me straight. You guys keep me straight. It takes a village to keep me going right. I'll tell you that right now. Pin that, please. All right, Kevin says, yes, at Paul, it's something separate. Okay, very cool. So we got 2 confirmations there. Separate little sign up for the Divinity Coin, which is really just a gift card type of thing. So it's like you get your Divinity Coin, which is just your gift card, so that way then you can turn around and make your pledge. I appreciate you guys going through a second step like that for me. Chrissy Ann says, Cyber Angels wrenched up for number 3. I like that idea. I like it. Ultra Woman, what's the reference? All right, so I got some reference that was sent to me. Christy Ann just sent this to me right now. So I got Ultra Woman. So that's going to be our reference for Ultra Woman. So we're gonna have a little fight here between Ultra Woman, Ultra Chick. Yes. Christy Ann says Nira versus Invisible Snow Woman. Let's see. Mike says, if anyone has problems with the site, please let me know. Either one of them, I could send Bill my Discord link and you can give me a shout. Gotcha. Okay, very cool, very cool. Some person says this is going into giantess territory. Something must be done with the boobs, like it breaks the bridge, etc. Yeah, we are getting into giant territory here, aren't we? All right, let's start with Ultra Woman. Let's start with Ultra Woman. And apparently we're going to have a giant birthday cake. So we're going to figure this out. We're going to figure this out together, guys. All right, make sure Ultra Woman's got some attitude. Here, I got my little reference over here real quick. There we go. That's perfect. Yeah, this will be a unique piece. This is good. Nira has never fought Ultra Woman. So this will be good. This will be good. I want to make sure I get some of her details correct. I gave her a slightly bigger lip than normal. I gave her a juicy lip. All right, once I get a little bit of expression on her here, I'll jump back over to the chat, see where everybody is going. It's very possible. Maybe somebody's boobs might be breaking a bridge somewhere. We're going to find out. Make sure we get her ponytails over here. She's fun, dude. This is a cool idea. Now, when I get some information, once we get things kind of set for where our Discord is going to take place, I'll make sure that we let everybody know. In fact, I might let everybody know on one of our Saturday live streams, so that way, like, because this is the perfect place for us to all meet at the same time and share information and share links and stuff. So this will be where we'll announce when we're going to start our Discord together. All right, let's see. Mystery Box Kevin says, "Oh, that Ultra Woman. I was thinking about the female version of alternate Superman. Oh yeah, no joke. Yeah. That's totally understandable. I would have thought that too, off the top of my head." Mike says, "Coming soon, I will set up like a PayPal pop-up authorization type thing for Divinity Coin that happens on ICF, so you don't have to go back to the Divinity Coin page after you go once." That's cool. That'll be a cool way to streamline it. You know, actually going through the process and getting the feedback like this, it gives you all the ideas that you need to streamline things and make it smoother and make it easier for people to do their thing when they want to support. Yeah, you're doing awesome, Mike. Like I still can't believe you built that whole page. That's awesome. Got the work ethic and many talents. Now, luckily, YouTube can't get on me for how big her boobs are because they're covered. Damn it. Actually, YouTube can do whatever they want, so I got to be nice to YouTube. I can't be. I can't tell YouTube nothing. I'm grateful that you let me play in the yard here. All right, almost got this part here. And a lot of things we'll tighten up a lot of things when we get to the inking part. But we need to get the general area of where the pose is going, you know. Ultra Woman is awesome. All right, I get a little bit of her battle pose here, and then I'll jump back in the chat real quick. Make sure we get caught up. I have to put a giant birthday cake down here at the bottom. Great. Let me pull this back just a little bit. There you go. That way you can see what we're doing. Let me set Elsa Nira X off to the side real quick. Keep her safe. All right, let me catch up with you guys real quick in the chat. Ooh, before I fall. I don't want to fall too far behind. Let's see here. Kevin says perhaps she uses the bridge as a bra. It's the ultimate in support. Underwired. Oh my God, you get extra points for all of that. Mike says, let's see, just give me a bit. I'm always pushing improvements to the site. Very cool, dude. Yeah, you got a crazy good work ethic. You get things done, man. Kevin says, she reminds me of Abe Sapien from Hellboy. Yeah, I always like that shape with those type of eyes. It's like I that's a certain theme that I always like drawing. And you're right. I might actually have to put a bridge. That would be funny. All right, we'll get the general idea of where her hands are supposed to be here. We want to make sure she's got that straight attack hand. Actually, I want this one down. Because if she's going to be up against a bridge, and I want this arm just going off that way. These and like this. I can't forget the gigantic birthday cake that's going to be down here.
People really want to save money, but are so willing to toss their hard-earned coin into a tree.
There we go. Always got to turn off the ads. All right, get the general gist of her boot design, all that good stuff. That's cool. All right, let's see what we can do here. Incoming bridge. I'm glad that you had the idea of putting the bridge in here. This makes this pretty fun. We're going to have at least a couple of cars falling off. Poor guys. Poor cars. See what happens. Mira's birthday is so destructive. All right, got part of the bridge here. Let's catch up with the chat real quick. Let me just put another. I'm going to put another pylon right here. And then we're going to figure out where the cake is going to go. And then we'll figure out where Nira is going to go. Because obviously Nira is going to be over here. Doing something with her end of the bridge. Actually, you know what? I think the cake is going to be right here. Got the ocean. Got the bay. Probably gonna have to have a boat down here too, I guess. All right, there's our cake. We want to keep tradition alive. Have some more cars falling. All right, let me let that rest for just a second, and then we're gonna start drawing Nira, giant happy birthday Nira. All right, let me catch up with you guys a little bit. Let me see here. Apex Comics, what's up, dude? Saying happy birthday to Bill Mouse. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, dude. I have never been this old before. It's crazy. I appreciate the happy birthday wishes, man. Thanks, dude. Glad you're hanging out with us tonight, man. Kevin says, let's see, ICF wasn't the name of the TV channel and the original Running Man. Ken says, will there be a Shaka Mike cover? A Shaka Mike cover? Oh, I see. Yeah, that artist. Yep. No, there would not be a I forgot how to say his name. He's got the cool computer digital art covers. Yeah. I like his stuff. But no Shaka covers. He's got cool stuff though. Apex says, is Divinity Coin another digital coin? It's not actually a digital coin. It's just a gift card system in order to purchase the book. So it's kind of a way of keeping the book uncensored and a way of not going through Stripe and another payment system. We're basically creating our own payment system to go through it. So it's just a way of keeping the book free, censor free from the man, as it were. But it's not a digital coin though. The way I understand it, it is basically a gift card system. Very simple, straightforward gift card system. Mike says, Mike is saying to Ken, if you want one, I'll give Bill one. Ah, you're gonna give me one, dude? I don't deserve that. That's really nice of you, man. It's like the fact that you're even offering that. Maybe for number 3. If you're really going to do that, that's awesome. I feel like I don't feel like I deserve just a free cover that I can use. But you're awesome, dude. I appreciate you, man. Paul says, okay, I was first backer of non-nude physical copy, but holy crap, it's almost funded and on the main featured page. Awesome, dude. Yeah, we've got 6 backers up right now. It's up to 870. Thanks, dudes. You guys are awesome, man. You guys make everything happen. And the book is a lot of the ideas. The book is half, well, not exactly half, but it's got a parody story at the beginning, all brand new material. It's got some new sketches in there. It's got a lot of sketches from our live stream shows that I've colored and done a bunch of stuff to and added some cool narrative to. So a lot of the ideas are things that we came up with together. So in a lot of ways, this is our book. You know what I mean? It's like this is made by fans for fans, that sort of thing. So thanks so much, everybody, for enjoying the artwork and collecting and all that stuff, because that's what makes these issues possible. That's what makes it all happen. Mike says all Bill has to do is ask. Bill's my ninja. He can have whatever the fuck he wants. That's what I'm talking about, Mike. That's right. I'm gonna throw my weight around now. Look at all the weight I got. You're awesome, Mike. Thanks, dude. Kevin says, let's see, someone's got the special boxes. Lucky people. Very, very cool. Chris Dehan says maybe the cake on the back of a semi. Oh, you know what? That could be. I made a gigantic. I made like a Titanic cake coming out of the water. That would have been a good idea, though. That would have been a good. That would have stayed within theme, you know. So this art will be abridged. I'm going to take away your point. You had good joke points. Night Phoenix says, "Damn, like this, like one of my girls, she could hurt someone with those things, right? She got a strong back, I tell you that." Oh, thanks, Maurice. You're awesome, dude. Thank you for backing. Thank you for supporting. You guys are awesome. Mike is saying to Apex, no, Divinity Coin is just a prepaid gift card system. Okay, there you go. Straight from the source, my friend. Straight from the source. Mike also says, at music festivals where you go stand in line to buy the ticket to buy the beer, same stuff. So you're purchasing a gift card instead of nude art. Keep Stripe out of our shit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's keeping people out of our backyard. You know, it's like we want to sell a certain thing. You guys want to buy it. And it makes the whole thing work, right? And then you don't want some third party telling us that we can't have a party the way we want. Some person says have someone below looking up going, whoa. Actually, yeah, we got to have that. Oh my gosh, they'd be really tiny though. I'll have a little word balloon. It'll be fine. Look how small these cars are. It's like I don't even think you'd see the person, but problem solved. I got we're gonna have a little tugboat, little thing down here. I'll make myself a note to put a word balloon here. So you see, there you go. I'll bring it up to the camera. So I'm gonna have a little tugboat down here with a word balloon. Somebody going, whoa, like that. That'll be perfect. That'll be perfect. Good idea, dude. I like that. All right, we got to start thinking about how Nira is going to fit into this picture. Let's see. Ken says, "Little tinies are literally full size people." Someone would surely be photographing or shooting video. Hey, is that Jimmy Olsen out there on the span, about to fall to his death, hoping Superman would freaking come catch him? Like that's his full-time job. Some person says a dinghy. Oh, dude, we're on the same page. We're thinking alike, my friend. We're sharing the same brain cell. I see a flying canoe. Strange. Paul says we want to have our cake and scribe it too. Night Phoenix says, "Happy birthday, by the way." Thanks, dude. I appreciate that, man. And please check out Night Phoenix's campaign right now. I've got a variant cover. I've got a variant cover over there, my friends. That was so fun to work on, dude. I'm so happy about that. Kevin says, "Whoa, dude." Sweet. Awesome. All right, let's see. Got some cracks in the bridge here. All right, Nira. Let's see what Nira is going to be doing here. All right, Nira. Here, get this fight on the road. Got our birthday cake. Got our bridge. Got our Ultra Woman. Now let's get Nira into the picture and find out what she's going to be doing. I think she's going to have a mischievous smile on her face. There you go. A little bit of mischief going on right there. Get her hair flying in the wind. Gigantic Nira. Nira capital X. Here we go. Make sure we get her body in here in a cool fighting position. Her being giant Nira and all. Here, let me take a quick peek over to campaign page. Let's see where we're at right now. Let's see, we're up to 6 backers. Thank you, everybody. Up to 870. Almost funded. Almost funded. We want to show everybody that we could play with the big kids, right? There we go. Get her up here like this. Got to defend herself. We'll give her the same kind of fighting stance. Kind of meeting each other in the middle here. Get her little leg strap here. All right, let's see where this bridge is going. This poor bridge. Holy crap. It's going to see, well, it might be, it's never going to see better days. This is the best day it's going to have. It's going to die a good death. I am really glad that you guys suggested the bridge. It made it fun. All right, good. Make sure we get a couple of cars on here. Now remember, for anybody who's watching us for the first time, the artwork that we do during the show is always like in a loose pencil like this. You know, some of it is tight, some of it is loose. But if you bid on a piece of artwork during the show, if you happen to be the person who wins the artwork, I do ink and I do complete the art when all's said and done. So what you're going to receive in the mail is going to be a completed piece of art. It's not going to be just the loose pencil sketch. Sometimes we do actually auction off the loose pencil sketches. But for these two that we're doing tonight, these will be fully inked and completed for you guys.
Once weekly Manjaro.
What's this? What's all the ads with this music? It's my free music. There you go. All right, let's let that rest for a minute. I need to catch up with the chat. I need to see where you guys are. There you go. Happy bird. And it goes around the edge. Nice. All right, let's let that sit for a minute. Let me catch up with you guys for a few minutes. Some person said maybe Nira's giant butt is on the bridge too. Chris Deanne says battle damage costumes. Yes. If you do happen to be the person who wins the art, I will battle damage the costumes like as much as you want. We got a warning on our YouTube channel for some of my other content. So now that they've given me a warning shot, during the show I keep things pretty safe. That's why I think we're going to be moving over to Discord. So the YouTube channel has to keep things like really general audience because I don't want the channel to get struck and then end up getting taken down. So I don't want to lose the channel. So we're going to have our fun over on Discord. But for the moment, this could be how it is right now on screen. But yeah, it's like I could battle damage it so that it's still PG-13 R-ish, whatever. But if you also want me to battle damage it to the point that it's not safe for work, perfect. Yeah, that'd be the way to go. So yeah, that's like I love the idea of battle damaging the costumes because that's like one of my favorite things. Kevin says, that cake must have come from Wonderland. One bite from Nira and she's queen-sized. Night Phoenix says, I'm launching Curse Risen Unification next month, but the promo page is up now. Love Bill's cover. Thank you, dude. I love drawing that cover. Hey, by the way, the safe for work version of the cover, you put the One Piece costume on her. That came out perfect, dude. Came out super, super nice. I didn't mention that to you earlier, and I meant to say that. I was really, really happy with how they came out. So both versions of that cover, I'm very happy with. Some person says she could also be straddling the bridge. Kevin says the breast sort of meeting in the middle is something altogether different in my mind. Some person says would just like to mention a book called Dame Gang by Billy Nunez. Giant ladies forming a superhero team to fight off other giant ladies. Very cool, dude. Night Phoenix says you're $100 away. I'm only $100 away, guys. Let me see here. Let me take a look. Yeah, we're at 900, bro. You guys have the power. You guys have the power. You make this stuff work. You keep the club alive. Keep the club doors open, my friends. Thanks for the update, dude. Let's see. Jim, what's up, dude? Happy almost birthday. Thanks, man. I appreciate it, dude. I'm glad you come out hanging out with us for a few minutes while we're over here sketching and having some Saturday night fun while there's a giant ice storm outside my window. I'm just hoping that my power doesn't go out or something weird like that. So far, so good. I mean, everything seems to be all right. Virginia Beach is not exactly known for putting up with stormy weather too well. But so far, so good. Oh, I can't skip this ad yet? Are you kidding me? I have to listen to the whole ad? All right, well, I got my free music playing back there, so I can't complain. It's free music. Night Phoenix says, thanks. Glad you liked it. I did, man, 100%. So cool. Kevin says, no, He-Man has the power. But if somebody does happen to have like $103, something to that effect, if everybody wanted to chip in $15 into the donation box, that would be sweet. That would be very, very cool to see that we got funded tonight, and then we could start sharing the link out. It's all the social media. Share it with our friends. I know a lot of us like all the same stuff, so it's like I think we could do really, really good with this book. I think we can do really, really good. Night Phoenix says, were you guys having problems with Stripe and or Kickstarter. Well, here's the thing. I've noticed a lot of other creators. On my feed on Facebook and on X, there's a lot of creators in my circles that their campaigns got knocked down, like for what they consider no good reason, and I've just been hearing that more and more often. Stripe. Here's the thing: Kickstarter and Indiegogo, they don't care. They don't mind, whatever type of content you'd like to put out there, as long as it's not like over the top evil shit, right? It's Stripe. It's the people, it's the companies that actually run the payment system. So you talk about like MasterCard, Visa, those guys. Their shareholders, sometimes they make a fuss over. I don't know if you remember back a little while back. I forget if this was like a year ago, a couple years ago. But they had a big problem with OnlyFans, with their investors. People, a couple of people made a stink, over the content that they're supporting. And I think there's people in Congress or something like that are just like, you know what, you're a third party thing. You facilitate payments. You don't facilitate what people want to buy or what they're allowed to buy. As long as it's something that's not obviously illegal, right? This is a question of what you like and don't like, what you don't want to be associated with, or what all that kind of thing. It's a gray area. So yeah, I've just seen it more and more often. Mike went and created IndieCrowdFund, and just having an easy way. First of all, it takes a lot of work to build one of those pages. So it's like, Mike, kudos, dude. It's like freaking out there like a night rider, freaking creating this shit, and it actually works. But the fact that you have a place where you can just avoid that problem without getting into it, especially for content like this, that they could pick on it, because there is cheesecake nudity and nude implied sexual situations and all that sort of stuff. They could pick on it, and they could be like, oh, that's against our policy or whatever. So if there's a way for me to avoid the problem, I haven't had a problem with them yet, like an actual direct problem. But if there's a way for me to avoid having a problem altogether and just have fun drawing the book and being able to have a simple way of getting it to you, then I would much rather do that. I'd much rather take that route. I've got plenty of general audience books that I can still run on Kickstarter. I can have, now that I have, this account and a Kickstarter account, I can run two different campaigns at the same time if I wanted to, for completely different audiences or whatever. It offers a little bit more flexibility. It gives me a couple more choices, right? And that's really what we want. We want to have choices. We want to be able to just do what we would like to do. It's not hurting anybody. It's just entertainment. We just want to have some cool stuff, right? So that's the reason to kind of avoid that and go this way. So, and plus, damn, that Indie Crowdfund site looks freaking clean as shit. It looks awesome. So everything works. All the functions work. The functionality's there. The UI is sweet. It's the setup was very similar to a Kickstarter setup. So the learning curve wasn't bad. For somebody like me, that's important because I'm not very computer savvy. So it all adds up. It all adds up after a while. So if you're looking for an easier way to put up your content and get it supported, yeah, it's like Indie Crowdfund was a way to go for me. So if you wanted to try it, so far I highly recommend it. So far it's working out good, and the UI and everything looks really good. So right now I recommend it. And so far, as I can tell, everything's going to be just fine. And as long as everything works out good, payments come out quickly, and we can get books out to the printer quickly and all that good stuff. So I'm very happy so far. I'm very happy. Mike did some very, very good work. Some person says, oh, that's the Waffles GoFundMe page. Yes, we're trying to help Kat, my daughter. Poor Waffle, he went to the ER on Christmas morning, and Christmas morning is the most expensive time to take your pet to the ER. It turns out. But thankfully, everything that we had to do actually saved his life. He had one of his lungs was filled with fluid. He had some crazy pneumonia thing from something that was caught up in one of his lungs. I don't know if he scarfed some food or some water down the wrong way, or if he actually caught a virus, but they took care of it. He was on antibiotics for about like 12, 15 days, something like that. And the treatment worked. So if you would like to help Waffle, help Cat with that emergency care, it was out of the blue. We're very unprepared for that much of a hit out of the blue like that. So everybody that's helped so far, thank you so much. It's been a huge help. Saved our lives. We saved Waffle's life, and you saved our life. So it's like so everything's good, and Waffle's good. He's got his energy back. He's back to his old self. So happy ending all the way around. So thank you so much, guys. Let's see. Ken says, "Are you going to have a Kickstarter campaign for Club Corrupt #2 after the Indie Crowdfund funds?" I don't see a reason to if we do well with Indie Crowdfund. If Indie Crowdfund takes care of all of the needs that I have for this issue, then for the time being, I'm not going to be rolling it over into a Kickstarter campaign. So this is quite possibly going to be the only campaign for this issue. So I would highly recommend anybody who would like to be a part of this, that this is the campaign to be a part of. It's not going to be going anywhere else afterwards. I've got a lineup of different books throughout the year that are already scheduled for Kickstarter and for different things. And so if I run this one into a Kickstarter, it kind of messes with the rest of the schedule for the year. So this needs to be hopefully the only crowdfunder that I'll need for this particular issue. Thank you for asking that, by the way, because that's a legit question. A lot of people run an Indiegogo and then they roll it right into a Kickstarter, just because there's different audiences. Some people prefer Indiegogo over the other, and it's one of those things. So that way you can reach everybody as well as you can. So that's a very legit question. Night Phoenix says the site is clean, flows pretty well. Yeah, I'm very impressed with the site. Very impressed with the site. And building the pages and setting up the tiers and building the assets that I needed in order to have everything link and be correct. Everything worked really well. So I'm very happy with it so far. Yes, some person is sharing our secret Patreon club. This is the Club Corrupt Patreon page. This is where a lot of our full color pages will end up going, and a lot of our fully inked pages will end up going. It's a slow climb. So thanks everybody for supporting the club and keeping that open. So I know that we're quite behind. We're very behind on catching up with things, but that means there's a lot of new material that's on the way. So it's going to be a very busy year filling up that page. So I'm looking forward to it. All right, let's see what we got. It's 11:54. It's almost time. It's almost time to call it. Yeah, I was catching up with you guys because I think the drawing is basically where it needs to be. There is a lot of battle damage that I want to draw on here, and I will if you give me the go ahead. If you happen to be the person who wins the art. Let's see, I'm going to keep this one right here. So these are the two pieces that we have for tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see, let me turn this off. There you go. That way you can see. Sometimes that light kind of blows out the picture a little bit. All right, these are the two pieces that we have for tonight. And I gave away a whole bunch of wrenches. My goodness, that was a lot of wrenches. And when we do have the Discord kind of set up, we'll make sure to announce it right here on the show here. So that way there's... that way everybody's able to get the same information at the same time. Kevin says, it's not a secret anymore. Christopher said, is the commissions going good? And glad that Waffle is doing well. Yeah, commissions are going well. It's a little bit slower than I wanted, but things are coming along just fine. It's a little bit of a wait, so I appreciate everybody being patient. It's one of those things that I could rush it faster, but then I would rather do my best for you instead of trying to just rush through it and give you something that's not my best. You know what I mean? So So it's coming along good, and hopefully I'll be able to update everybody here very soon with some art news. Kevin says, no extras with these tonight? Am I spoiled after the other streams? Yes, you are spoiled. Yeah, I've got no extras tonight. So just the artwork itself. But you still have the option of making it not safe for work. And of course, I'll be inking these pieces after everything is said and done. Let me see. Let me set this one over here. The first one that we're going to be doing tonight is the Nira X Frozen piece. So I'm going to set that here. And let me get the little thing. I have to make sure the pop-out chat was out for me. Now we do have we had a little bit of a snafu last time with that 3-second rule. I think the 3-second rule sometimes confuses me a little bit, or like it was my fault, totally my fault. I've made good on it, made up to everybody, so everything is good to go. But what's going to happen for the countdown when I go to the pop-out chat and do the 10-second countdown? If there is an interruption along the way, I will stop and I'll acknowledge who bid, during what time. So, we'll pause for a moment, but the clock is not going to restart. So even after 3 seconds, the clock is not going to restart at the 3-second mark. It's going to continue down to 0. And when I get down to 0, that's the sold. The 000 is going to be the sold icon, as it were. So at the 3-second mark, even if there's an interruption, we will take a pause, but then the countdown is going to continue. It's just going to go right down to 0. It's not going to restart again. So I just want to make sure everybody understood that before we got going. Let's see. Night Phoenix says next time you draw Night Evil, I want those I want those headlights. Hell yeah. All for it, man, dude. All for it. Kevin says, the extras tonight, they were the wrenches. Yes, there were the happy birthday wrenches. Headlights and high beams. Hell yeah. Kevin says, one bid, one big slice of cake. Kevin in the house with $1. Thank you, sir. Oh, and that's the other thing too. The other rule, just in case somebody's here for the first time, if you do place a bid, just type the word bid next to your number, so that way we know that that's an official bid. If the word bid is not next to your number, then it's not going to be recognized as an actual bid. So let me see. It's 11:58 right now. Let's say 12. So at 12:04, I'm going to call it. Give this 5 minutes, and then we're going to do that 10-second countdown. No restarts. Let me put up the little thing here, so that way you guys know that the auction is official. Kevin says it's not official, but we try to make the bids fun. Yeah, we do try to add some puns into the bids. This is true. This is very true. So if you have a funny pun to go along with your bid, feel free. It does make it more fun. Ken says, snipe mode reactivated. Yes, sniper mode has been reactivated. The 3-second restart thing is no longer a thing. Yeah, I kind of screwed it up last week, and I felt bad about that. Now I made good on it. I made sure to make up for that, and it's all good to go. But yeah, that's where we're at right now. So and it's because I messed up. It's not that it's a bad rule. It's just that if I mess it up, it becomes a bad rule. Kevin says, I think I have some snipes in old paperwork. All right, let's see. It's 12 o'clock now. So, yep, it's going to continue to 12:04. So we got less than 4 minutes left to go, and then we'll go ahead and do that 10-second countdown. I tell you right now, Kevin is going to get this thing for $1. $1. Do have to go back. I need to redraw this little piece right here. I might make this lower, too. I think I might make this a little bit lower. Kind of like a little sexier. But if you do happen to win the piece, I'll write down on the back. You can let me know if you want to keep it as is, or we can make it more not safe for work. Either way, it's all good. By the way, if he gets this for $1, I'm going to be super happy because you guys have been supporting the Club Corrupt #2 issue, which I'm very, very grateful for. So it's not like that $1 is going to bother me one bit. I'm happy that you guys are supporting the book and coming out, having fun with me every Saturday. And like I said, when we do have that Discord page set up, we'll make the announcement and make sure that we share those links and share what time and stuff we're going to do it. We'll probably do the Discord at the time that we usually do this show, and then I might change the day and time that I do the regular YouTube show, because I think the Discord is going to become this show, so that way we can do, we don't have to censor things if we don't want to. It kind of reminds me of one of Emma Frost's old costume. Kind of fitting. Yes, it is actually. Yeah, I can see that. Got 2 minutes left. Ken in the house. No disassemble. Johnny 5 bid. Thanks, dude. Ken in the house with 5. Very cool. I'm going to have to dig out the car tomorrow morning. I can see it now. I can see what's going to happen.
We worried we'd have to fight to get paid for such a small claim.
And life would revolve.
Kevin in the house with 8 days a week bid. Thanks, Kevin. Christopher in the house with 15. Thanks, dude. And thank you. That now it counts. Now it counts. 15 bid. Official Christopher Bouchard. 15. Thanks, dude. The current high hand in the house. Wow, that's a fast 5 minutes. It's like it's already 12:03. So you got less than a minute left to go. Getting closer, getting closer. Chris Dehan in the house with 18. Thanks, dude. Paul, what's up, dude? Coming in with 27 amendments of the Constitution bid. Hell yeah, there you go. Now we're thinking outside the box. You've come up with so many good ones, dude. Okay, I'm not going to be able to write these down now because I'm going out to the pop-out chat. And we're going to start a 10-second countdown. Now, I'm only going to stop for interruptions, but the countdown is going to continue, not going to reset, which it's already been interrupted. Chris Dehan in the house with 33. Thanks, dude. Sorry, Chris Dehan already beat your bid, Kevin. February 28th bid is that's a good pun, though. That's a good pun. All right, heading back out to the pop-out chat, starting a 10-second countdown with 9. All right, we do have a pause here. Paul in the house with 35. Paul with a high hand right now. Chris Dehan in the house with 43. Thank you, dude. Continuing the countdown. 8. Paul back in the house with nice AK-47 bid. Nice. All right, continuing the countdown now. Paul's got the high hand in the house right now with 47. Chris Dehan back in the house with Bill 56 bid. I should give you extra points for that one. That's perfect, dude. Thanks. That is right on point. That is right on point. All right, continuing the countdown with 7, 6, 5, 4. This isn't a bid, but it is an interruption. Kevin says he's just a bill. All right, Chris Dehan does have the high hand in the house right now with 56. Continuing the countdown, we left off at 4. Now it's 3, 2, 1. Typing in 000 to mark it as sold and sold. All right, let me scroll up real quick. Chris Dehan in the house with 56. Please, everybody, congratulate Chris. That is excellent. I'm going to write that down real quick so we know that that's you. Very cool, dude. Please, everybody, say congratulations to Chris Dehan for that. Very, very cool. Kevin says congrats. Ken says congrats. Very cool. Maurice says congrats. Chris says thanks. Awesome, awesome. Paul says that's awesome, Chris. My Heinz 57 is so 2025. You guys are awesome. All right, I'm going to mark this here. Chris, if you want me to ink this just the way it is, please let me know. I'm going to write your name on the back of this because this one is yours, my friend. If you want me to push it more, not safe for work, you can let me know in the chat, or you can let me know when you send your PayPal over. I already know that you know where to send that, so that is no problemo. I'll set this right here for just a moment. I just want to let people know that people that don't usually watch the show or haven't bid before in the past, or you're watching the show like after it's not live anymore and you're wondering how it works. Basically, after you win the bid, it's a very simple thing of just sending a PayPal to billmossart@gmail.com. And then in the notes section of your PayPal, if you could write down, hey, this is the piece that I won, and whether or not it's safe for work or not safe for work. Because sometimes we push these like not safe for work as an option. Either way, it's going to be inked, complete, and stuff like that. So that's just the email that you send your PayPal to. Very simple, very cut and dry, very casual. All right, Chris, I'm going to set this off to the side for you, my friend. Now we've got Giant Birthday, Nira. Let's see, what time is it right now? It's going to be 12:10, so I'm going to call it at 12:15. That'll give it a good 5 minutes. Kevin in the house. One bid, one span. Kevin with the $1. I respect your $1, my friend. Thank you for getting the wheels turning. You're awesome, dude. All right, we're going to let this go until 12:15. Ultra Woman and Nira X bridging the gap between birthdays. And I don't know how many people are going to be falling off this bridge. There's going to be a couple of cars. A lot of people gave their lives for this particular picture. So I think it's important that we honor them. Kevin says, I have to bid. A pair of pears. Very big bid. That is a very big bid. So Kevin in the house with 4. I believe I interpreted that correctly, correct? It's a pair of pears. It's got to be 4. It's $4 for Kevin. Let's see where else Ultra Woman goes tonight. Kevin says, you got it right. Yeah. Excelente. These are some fun ideas. I'm glad you guys hooked it all up tonight. This is good. Nice birthday fun to be having. And also watching the Indie Crowdfund. It's almost meeting its goal. So I'm going to start sharing and posting and making sure people know that it's up and running, and we'll get this thing rolling, dude. We get this thing rolling. $12:11. So we got less than 4 minutes left. Ken in the house. $5 footlong bid. Hell yeah. No, I don't want flatbread. Yes. No, I don't want spinach. Kevin says ain't $5 anymore. That's bad marketing. It should be $5 forever. Just give me my sandwich. Give me my damn sandwich. It's freezing outside. I just want a sandwich. I just want lunch. I don't like that my birthday's on a Monday. That's kind of boring, isn't it? That's why I like hanging out with you guys. It's like I'll just pretend that it was today. It's like Saturday. Saturday is a much more fun day. Let's see. Kevin says last time I went, they wanted $18 for the same footlong I've been getting for some time. Dude, it's like killing it. Like, give me my $5 footlong already. That's ridiculous. Same ingredients, same bread.
Well, we recently purchased
Ken says Subway food sucks, but nothing like a cold cut combo sub every once in a while. Yeah, it's a guilty pleasure. And plus, you know what? When we, especially when we do shows, and I would say especially San Diego Comic-Con, like that one Subway that's right in the city, like right across the street from the convention center, that's like my embassy. Like if I need some food, I don't know what to eat, but I need something that'll like just be stable. That's where I go. I never tried Jimmy John's sandwiches until recently. And it turns out they're pretty good. I actually didn't even think about them until somebody actually gave me a Jimmy John's sandwich. It was actually the complimentary meal that I was given at one of the shows that I like to attend. They let me go behind the curtain and have free food. So I was just like, damn, this sandwich is good. And it was Jimmy John's. Go figure. Kevin says it's okay at Comic-Con. The Subway off-site is open 24 hours. It's expensive, but always there. Exactly, dude. It's like the embassy. Like if you need some food, that's you know exactly where to go. Yeah, Ken says Jimmy John's is really good, right? It's like I'm very impressed with how good they were. Kevin says, wow, we were thinking on the same wavelength, Bill. Yep. All right, less than 1 minute to go. You know what? Ken's gonna get this for like $5. It's gonna be Ken's birthday in a minute. Oh, Kevin with a lucky 13 bid. Thanks, dude. Getting right down to the wire. Almost time for the 10-second countdown. I know. It's like, God damn it. I want a sandwich. All right. I'll do my best now to keep track because I'm in the pop-out chat. So now I'm not writing anything down. So I'm just watching the chat as I go down the countdown. So here we go. Starting from 9, 8, 7, 6. Got an interruption here. Let me see here. Oops. There we go. Kevin is saying, I wonder, are they still a 38 double D-ish, even at that size? That's a good question. All right, we stopped at 6. Paul in the house with 25. Thank you, Paul. Ken, so sorry, dude. Paul's already got you beat with the 25, but thank you so much. I'll leave Paul's bid up here. That is the high hand in the house at the moment. Kevin in the house with 31. Thanks, dude. Paul back in the house with 33. Thanks, dude. All right, we left off at 6. So continuing the countdown now at 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Marking it 000. Oh, not quite yet. Oops, I'm clicking on the wrong thing here. We had an interruption. We had an interruption at the 1 mark, by the way. Kevin, prime number 37 bid. Pretty cool. All right, guys, I'm marking it now with a 000 to mark it as sold. And I'm letting it go right now. It's going to go away. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, bam. And that is the 000. Excellent. Paul is correct. That was a good snipe right there at the very end. Very cool. Thank you, Kevin. Please, everybody congratulate Kevin. That is awesome. I'll write that down right now. You got your prime number 37 bid. Excellent, dude. Please, everybody congratulate Kevin. That was a good snipe at the end. Ken says congrats. Very cool. Chris Dehan says congrats. Paul says congrats. Awesome, awesome. Kevin says I can use something not safe for work with lots of battle damage. Yes, absolutely yes. In fact, I'm going to mark it right now and make sure. This is Kevin's. Not safe for work. Battle damage. Excellent, dude. Yeah, this is going to be awesomely fun. All right, I'm going to set this right here. Put this right here. All right, this was our bounty for tonight, guys. Very cool. I'll put it side by side. That way we can see what was up. Chris Dehan and Kevin Green. Thank you so much, guys. That was good bidding. We had a good amount of fun tonight. Night Phoenix says, good move. Night Phoenix saying congrats. Very cool. Maurice says congrats. Kevin says, well, it was that one long enough that anyone could have sniped me. I was thinking somebody would. Paul says, OaksCon is next. Isn't there a Chesterfield Fair or something else coming up? Let me look at my calendar because you are correct. There are some things coming up, and they're coming up fairly soon. So let me look at my calendar here. Yes. Okay. So I've got some things here. OaksCon, which is called Coco. I'll be appearing there on February 20th, 21st, and 22nd. And I believe that's in North Carolina. City of Oaks. Oaks Comic Con. That is, Coco. Coco for short. And then the Chesterfield Convention, that is going to be on April 4th. So that is, it's actually, I think it's a first time show. Definitely my first time going up there. Up in Chesterfield, I think it's close to Richmond, Virginia. And it's a one-day show on Saturday, April 4th. So yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, dude. Thanks. Those are going to be the first shows of the year, as it were. There we go. Put that there, put that there, put that there. Excellent. Thank you so much, guys. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for having something fun for us to do on a Saturday night where everything else is freaking frozen outside. Oh, Chesterfield is really close to you? Oh, awesome. Well, hopefully I will see you at Chesterfield. You know what? I've got some things that belong to you already in on your shelf. I have a shelf. Well, there we go. I got this ad. Let me turn off this ad. I can't think with this ad. I want to play music. Where's my music? There we go. Okay. So, anyways, Paul, I do have some things for you on your shelf. And since Chesterfield is still a little bit a ways, I probably could finish your shelf and bring you the artwork to the show. So if you want to message me before the show, anytime before the show, if you know for a fact, if you know for sure that you're going to be there, then maybe what I'll do is I'll bring all your stuff with me, and then I can hand it to you right there at the show. Yeah, man, that'll be super cool. If I mean, you can wait till it's like, a lot closer to the show. Either way, I'd need to be working on inking some of your pieces anyway, and you've got some stuff there that's already finished from the last time that we saw each other in person. So I've got some stuff that's already ready for you. Even if I don't finish the whole stack, I still do have a lot of stuff for you. So if you're going to be at the show, let me know, so that way I'll bring it with me, and then I'll see you there. That would be cool. That would be pretty awesome. All right, everybody. Well, you know what? That is our Saturday night. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight, having some fun. I hope that you guys stay safe. Totally agree, dude. I hope you guys stay safe tomorrow. I don't know how many of you are in the middle of this whole cold spell. We're kind of on the outskirts of it, so we're not going to get the worst of it here in Virginia. But definitely, I know there's a few of you that are in the middle of it. So please stay safe. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Stay warm, and we will see you next time. Thank you so much, and please do share out that link for the Club Corrupt IndieCrowdFund. I want to make sure that we do really well for that. I want to show them big boys that we're here to stay. All right, thanks so much, everybody. I hope you guys have a good one, and we'll talk to you again soon. All right, goodbye.
Good night, Seattle.